On the bench we have a 70 centimeter band mast-head preamp. This is a kit from Mini Kits in South Australia. I built this quite a few years ago, and very nice kit, quite affordable. But it has developed a fault in recent times, and I think it's the IC1 chip has been cooked during operations. Not totally convinced. I've actually bought the second chip as well, the IC2 chip, just in case, but I strongly suspect it's the IC1 chip, which is at the beginning of the amplifier chain. So we're removing the IC1 chip with hot air rework station, and the chip slips out nice and easily, and the new chip is being installed using solder paste, which is granulated solder in flux. So the chip is placed on the pad, and the site is heated at around about 390 degrees with the hot air rework station. So we just slowly work the area, a bit of a slow technique. We slowly work the area so there's no heat stress on the component, and eventually the solder granules melt and the surface tension pulls the solder onto the pads. Inspection looks like it's pretty successful. However, upon testing we found that the fault hadn't cleared. There is a slight rise in the noise floor, which means there is some amplification going on, probably the IC1. So attention now goes to IC2, which we're going to replace. So it's also removed with the hot air rework station, slips out nice and easily. This is physically a very small chip, and that's it sitting on my finger. So the technique on this one is we're going to apply solder flux to the pads, position the amplifier chip, and this is a very delicate task. So those crowbar looking things are manipulating the chip are in fact a fine pair of tweezers. And eventually get it into place, and a small dribble of solder on the tip of the iron is applied to the pad, and the flux draws the solder in. And I find this is the best technique for installing small surface mount components. Could possibly do with a finer tip iron, but never had any real trouble. So once that's completed, the board is inspected. We clean the residue solder flux off with cleaning mix. Do a final inspection. Looks pretty good. So again, this is a nice kit. It worked first off, no problems. This is the only difficulty I've had with it so far. But hopefully it repairs easily. So all looking good. So board goes back into the mast-head amplifier enclosure, and we'll have a trial on the ISS repeater.
Yeah, Roger, Peter. The name is Gary, by the way. And I've got a luxury of a 4-element beam helmet, I guess, a 4XY on the uplink. Of course, pushing the power watt up by that 100 watts into it. I've got a long coax, IG2 on 3, but it works. As long as you can hear yourself, doesn't matter how much power the more power the better. You just got to make sure you don't talk over the top of anybody else. And you're right about the USA, yeah, they will complain. They swap grids, and that's it. That's all they get time for. And not going to work the same station twice. And anyway, but those ground quarter wave, yeah, they're always usually hit and miss. Usually work very well, or a bit scratchy. You know what I mean? Spasmodic thing. Anyway, there'll be people over east coming on any second, and I think they like a bit of their time too. But yeah, we are lucky in every way, aren't we? All right, Peter. VK6YSF. Good to talk to you. VK6 Golf Charlie.